Welcome back to Free Media. I'm Amber Duke.
And I'm Robby Soave. Trump 3.0, a third term, doesn't seem to be out of the question for Donald Trump himself. Let's watch him discuss.
You said you were not joking about a third term, about possibly wanting a third term. Does that mean you're not planning to leave office on January 20th?
I'm not looking at that, but I'll tell you, I have had more people ask me to have a third term, which is in a way a fourth term because the other election, the 2020 election was totally rigged. So it's actually sort of a fourth term in a certain way. I just don't want the credit for the second because Biden was so bad. He did such a bad job. And I think that's one of the reasons that I'm popular.
Okay, Robby, I'm dying to know what you think about this.
Well, he's not, I just keep trying to reassure actually my liberal friends, to the extent I still have liberal friends, that he's not gonna serve another term. It's like it's not gonna happen. The Constitution is pretty clear cut on this.
Robby, he's gonna seize power, he's gonna use the military, he's never gonna leave.
The Supreme Court is gonna say that's fine, and J.D. Vance is just gonna be like, I'm happy to be VP forever. I mean, no, J.D. Vance was set up as the obvious successor. Like, Trump doesn't like to, whenever they ask him, Trump, Mr. President, would you rule out X?
He doesn't.
He never
know.
says that.
He does, he
Will
hates
you
that.
rule out, becoming a big game hunter in Africa and going on safari?
Well, I don't know. I have to look at the details.
Would you rule out, getting a
I support
peg
big
lab?
game hunting in Africa, just for the record.
Of course you do. Like, becoming a sea captain and chasing the white whale. He's not going to say that.
No.
So, but that doesn't mean he's not, right? I would tell you.
I don't think so.
He can't, right? It's pretty clear
I'm
cut.
pretty sure he's just kind of messing with their minds and trolling them, as he likes to do.
Yeah.
But you're right. That framing, he despises, like the all or nothing
Will
kind of
you
framing.
rule out?
Yeah, anytime someone asks him that, he's always like, well, I don't know, we'll see. I'm thinking, but a lot of people want me to do it. But I heard it in the Kirsten Welker phone interview he did. He was talking about the idea of J.D. Vance running for president and Trump's the running mate, and then J.D. Vance steps down and then Trump assumes power again, which is like also constitutionally very sketchy. So
you can't run for vice president if you're not eligible to be president.
It reminds me of like the dictator on day one comment, and when he was joking about like how he was an authoritarian or fascist. Right. Like he takes the insults that the left lobbies at him and likes to kind of toy with them. And
will you rule out being a dictator on day one?
Maybe just day one, I don't know. It's just, I
Yeah.
think it's a classic Trumpism.
I think so too.
I mean, out of all of the fear-mongering over authoritarianism that the left has brought against Trump over the past, how many years is it now? 12 years? It's just, none of it ever actually comes true, and he's a guy who likes to talk. So I think—
You say none of it, I'd say some of it, but not
just
a
the
lot
due
of the
process,
things.
the
Just
lack of due process for Trende Aragua.
Let's not deport everyone who has spoken out against Israel. Would be a thing I would not want to see happen. But of all the things I'm worried about with respect to the Trump administration, like least of all, actually that gives it more credit to say least of all is this. It is not on my radar at all because it's not possible. So if your hair is on fire, you can douse yourself with some.
Yeah, we have
some
water here for you.
You have water. I have Reason-branded coffee,
Here
so probably water would be more appreciated.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. That's all for this week. Thanks so much for watching. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Reason Free Media. We'd appreciate it. Leave a comment. Tell us how you feel, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.